Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing about BTC. Is this the beginning of a bear market or are we going to see one more pump? I'm going to show you today why I still believe I'm still bullish and I believe we're going to see one more pump coming maybe at the end of the year or even Q1 2026 and also altcoin season and so much more. So give me a favor, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. We post a video every single day and this video is brought to you by our partner Bluefin, the best non-KYC exchange. We're running so many bonuses. Come and join with my link. And also guys, BitUnix. There's a link in the description to come and join, guys, BitUnix or Bluefin. Great non-KYC exchanges. We're running so many bonuses. If you deposit, let's say, $5,000, you're going to get $1,000 to trade and do whatever you want. So come and join us. Guys, straight away, I want to show you what's happening right now with BTC. So we basically went from 103,000 at the end of last week to 109,000. And right now, Bitcoin is stuck in between this area. And what could be happening next? And last week, guys, I can see lots of people lost money because they were thinking we were going, having a rebound up to 115, 116, but we went on the total opposite way. But what we did actually with our VIP group, guys, our Discord group, yesterday I placed two trades, only two trades last week, and also one of my pro members, Jeremy, placing also like an amazing trade from here, guys. And these two trades, which basically what I was doing, I was DCAing very carefully with a strategy. Basically, I was able to pull this morning around, I just sold 50% of that, but apart from my other professional members who are basically pulling all of these results, and look at this, the incredible results for my pro members, guys, I was able to pull only last week 44% and 23%. So you can see also one of my members here drew 77% in basically not even like, few hours. So as always, guys, if you want to benefit from this last part of the bull market also, the next 5 years are going to be very tough. We're going to have a bear market and then another bull market. If you want to understand how to buy the tops and buy the bottoms and then sell at the tops, and also you want to learn how to trade properly or how to invest properly, what you got to do is to come on the VIP group. There is a link in the description with all our trading results. But guys, this is for serious traders or investors. If you really want to learn properly, be in a proper community of professional traders, come, you're more than welcome. But if you are basically with $100 thinking to turn $100 into 1 million in a month, this place is not for you. We want only serious people. But anyway, BTC right now, guys, so you can see that $107,654. So that's what I'm thinking right now from a macro point of view. So at the moment, right, you can see this is the 3-day chart that BTC is basically following a beautiful ascending channel from here. So as you can notice, like from basically March 2024, okay, BTC has found these extremes which were we saw lots of rejection. For example, you can see from this point from here, we had a rejection from this RSI level. Then we went and basically touched, we broke this 100 days moving average on the 3 days. Then we went down, close to the 200. From this point here, we had a rebound. Then we had another top coming from here, this level, rejection. Down to here again, we broke the 100-day. We went down to here, we had a rebound. And right now, guys, to me, okay, this is not financial advice, it's only pure speculation, my own data and analysis, right? But it looks like that BTC, okay, could be having maybe, if it's going to follow the same pathway, in the next maybe few weeks, few weeks, so from now until, let's say, maybe beginning of November, if it's going to continue to follow the same pathway, okay, where it's going to go and break the 100 moving average and go close to the 200, you can see that we have a little bit of space from here to go probably down to this area, to probably follow this potential pattern from here, and go down with the intersection of these points. You can see the first support, second support, and then first support. By the 9th of November, Bitcoin could be down to $97,000. Okay? Is this going to happen 100%? I don't know that, guys. But if it's going to happen to me, I think it's going to be a very good opportunity to say, okay, I'm probably going to go and place a long position. Why? Because I already show you historically what happened before. And what I could be seeing from that point could be that BTC could be probably doing now. Going down to here, retrace back up, let's say to 110, 111, drop down next week, the week after, to 97, 98, then try to go up again. But when it's going to go up again, right, probably could be doing like a 10 or 15% rebound, which means that altcoins as well could be having a strong rebound to maybe 25 or 30%. So that's the reason why I'm going to say probably I'm going to go on the long from here. But again, guys, and what is going to be my target? If you're going to go that low, down to 97, 98, okay, I could be thinking that my target for probably the end of this bull market could be in between these two lines from here. So I'm still basically with the opinion that we could be seeing maybe one more push to the upside, up to here, okay, going from this point to this point, right? And according to the Fibonacci extension, the next level, if we're going to go and basically pump as high as here, it could be around 144 to even 153. And when is it going to come? Around end of December to February 2026. That's what I can see right now, guys. Pure data, no bullshit. That's what I can tell you. Right now, let's say, for example, if we're going to go and break, let's say, $97,000, $95,000. This is something I want to discuss later because it still hasn't happened. I can see on Twitter so many people right now calling for a bear market. It's over. Bitcoin is going to now go down to 50K and all that bullshit, right, guys? And I always said, I don't know what kind of data they use, but to me, it's impossible. Like, they're probably guessing because it's impossible to say right now this one is a bear market. Bear market has specific condition that has to respect, and right now doesn't look like we are in a bear market yet. And this, if it's going to change, then we'll have to change our strategy. That's why I'm telling you guys, the VIP is going to be the place to be if you're going to get into a bear market, because I can tell you it's brutal. I've been through already 2 bear markets. It's not very easy to trade and also how to manage your capital. Now let's talk about Ethereum, guys. Ethereum, here we go. Again, that's what I'm expecting now with ETH, guys. You can see there is a beautiful level of support from this area, okay? Sorry, before we do Ethereum, I want to go back into BTC and show you also a little bit shorter term what it could be my expectation for right now. So the expectation is going to be that Bitcoin, okay, still basically broke this important level of support, as you can see from here. In general, what we should be expecting, right, is that BTC could be trying to go and climb up again to maybe 112 to 113, and that's going to be our most important point, okay? It's going to be our most important point. Why? Because it's going to dictate whether we're going to see the typical ABC correction. So the ABC correction is the typical, I talk about this lots of times. It's basically you can see right now that we have done like A, B, and then C. So we could be doing like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? If you're going to see a ABC correction, it could be something like that. So basically this, a B, and then a C, and then the real movement is going to start. Right now, I don't see lots of strength coming in. Like if you actually have a look at much more data, this data is not suggesting of I would say, strong buying interest as for now. And by the way, guys, I'm releasing a course right now with the FDA premium membership, the yearly membership, about order flow, how to read all of this. And this is the holy grail of trading, even investing. So right now, I don't see lots of interest coming in as yet. Maybe it could be coming later, but right now it's not suggesting of strength right now. So that's probably what I could be seeing. I could be seeing maybe like a fake out, aka B wave, make everybody super bullish. We're gonna go to the moon. Not a drop. Everybody's gonna be shattered. This is the end, whatever, and then we go up. That's what I could be seeing right now. Okay, and what could be the reason why we're gonna go higher? Okay, number one, gonna be the resumption of the government shutdown. So the government is gonna come back, and we're gonna see again everything operating, which is gonna basically tell us what's happening right now with the inflation, with rate cuts, and such. Because basically, what I could be seeing right now is that again, it's not confirmed, but if inflation is coming down, and the Federal Reserve is gonna continue to cut interest rates, and the economy is still quite stable, that could be really helping to place some money into risk assets. And I'm going to show you what it could be I would say, the reason, one of the reasons why we could be seeing money going into risk assets is probably going to be also a correction within the gold market. So right now, gold is going completely insane because there is so much uncertainty. People are very scared, because they think that now the dollar is going to crash and such. But at the same time, if we're going to see that the economy is doing okay still for the, next 3 to 6 months. After that, I think it's going to be a disaster. But if you're going to see, for example, gold correcting down to potential level of maybe consolidating right down to maybe 3,500, 600, and do something like that, this money will have to flow somewhere else. And that somewhere else, in my opinion, could be in relation to probably risk assets. And one of them that I probably could be thinking is going to be BTC right now, okay? So again, that's going to be my view. But of course, if inflation is ramping up higher, we don't know that, then we have to change, of course, our plan. Now, let's go back into quickly into Ethereum. I want to show you Ethereum, what's happening right now. So ETH basically is into this interesting perspective. You can see that we had a retest of the previous breakout. We went down to here. We're still holding up quite well. And that's what I could be seeing right now. You can see that basically we broke this important level of support that we were in for like the last maybe year or so. And what is going to be very bullish for ETH right now is going to be to be able to go and close above $4,300. If you're going to be able to close above $4,300, then what I could be probably be seeing is going to be a continuation to a new all-time high, and my target hasn't changed, still around 7,000 to 7,500 for Ethereum. However, if Bitcoin is going to go down to 97,000, 98,000, and of course, all the altcoins are going to follow. They're going to also do like an ABC correction, like I was talking about before. What I could be seeing could be ETH to do something like that, maybe to go climb back up to 4,200, then have a rejection, go down to here until maybe the mid-November, beginning of November, find the support around 3,650 or down to 3,200. Those are going to be my 2 points of interest. And then what we could be seeing could be a strong explosion to the upside. That's what I could be seeing right now. And that's the reason why with ETH, I'm going to be my points of interest to go and basically open a long position. Now, next one I want to talk about as well, it's Solana. Solana as well, guys, like Ethereum has been showing strength. The two levels right now I'm taking into consideration are actually this level here at 173, and of course if BTC is going to go down to 95k, I could be seeing Solana going down to maybe 140 to 150. I'm also going to show you a little bit better about what's happening on the 3-day chart. You can see that basically the chart is looking, in my opinion, quite well. You can see like this triangle formation, which is probably going to suggest that if the triangle is going to break, we have a very important support, coming from here. And then what I could be expecting could be, again, it's sort of like an ABC. So this, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, going to 425 by March of April 2026. The reason here could be the release of the ETF, which they should be coming probably at the end of the year. And basically, yeah. However, if you're going to be able to, let's say, Bitcoin to hold now, let's say, 105, 106, then what I could be seeing is going to be probably Solana to hold this level around 175 and then basically break from here. So again, guys, all the VIP group already knows everything about specific levels, where we're going to enter, at what level, with potential support, with Ethereum, with Solana, and we basically upload this every single day. You can see from the crypto daily analysis, you can see every single day we talk about buying and selling levels from Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and also I release ideas every day for 2 altcoins. So much information we give to our members. But anyway, that's what I'm thinking right now about Solana. Now, let's talk about total freeze. So we're going to basically enter into altcoin season, just to show you where we are, what's happening right now. So this is actually quite interesting. I want to show you that's my perspective. So you can see that basically this is the altcoin markets. We basically went and touched this level. So what I could be seeing right now from altcoins is that nobody can deny we are basically into a compression zone. So how long this compression zone is going to continue for? Well, we don't know that, but at the same time I can see it's forming this like type of pattern. You can see we're basically doing this, and at a certain point, I could be expecting us to go and basically break to the upside. What could be the bearish scenario? Some people are talking about a potential double top coming from here, doing this, and basically break to the downside and go back to $334. Is this going to happen? Well, if we were already into a bear market, this could be happening 100%, but at the same time, again, we need to be able to make better evaluation. So right now, nobody can say we are in a bear market, so this scenario to me is out of question for the moment, and I think it's probably more likely we're going to see something like this. Now you can see that on the 3-day chart, right, we have basically some very strong volume red spikes from here, signifying tops. You can see this red spike here, this red spike here in the capitulation zone, and look what happened right now here. We had a huge spike to the downside, like a huge red spike, which really suggesting that lots of people were selling. And every time we entered into this area of an RSI being around 37 to 30, then after that we had a very significant pump to the upside. So by saying that, what I could be thinking is that altcoins, if BTC is going to go, let's say, to 97,000, we could be seeing some weakness, maybe coming in the next few weeks, basically pushing down the price of total free down to here and making everybody believe is basically the end of the bull market, feel this week, and then basically we're going to be able to go and continue to the upside. That's basically my first scenario, my, I would say, first case scenario, where I could be thinking maybe a little bit of weakness with altcoins, and then we're going to go and pump to the upside. Now, let's have a look as well as, guys, Bitcoin dominance, very important for alt season. You can see that we're still basically below this level. Bitcoin dominance is ramping up, and in my opinion, is actually a good sign, because what we want to see right now is going to be BTC to lead the bull run, lead the bull market, finish its cycle, then basically correct, and then it's going to give finally some space to the altcoins to go and pump. Because the altcoins have been doing shit, because right now all the money is into gold, is into stocks, and is into Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin dominance is still very high. And again, what I could be expecting from here is going to be maybe if BTC is going to go to 97,100,000, if we're going to be seeing maybe a spike up to here, a fake out, and then a completion of an A, B, and then C, where finally from here we're going to see the real power of altcoins outperforming BTC and pumping a lot. Okay, and also let me know in the comments, do you think that altcoin season is going to come, altcoins are going to shine, or it's over for altcoins? I don't believe so, but of course, you can decide whatever you want. Now, another very important thing that is basically making me very bullish is the US 10-year Treasury yield. You can see that right now the yield is going down, and usually this one has a negative correlation with Bitcoin and crypto. So this is going to continue to break down. You can see already we had a break to the downside. If it's going to see a continuation breakdown from here, then I could be thinking of basically a drop at least down to 3 or 3.5, which means that institutions are not going to get lots for their fixed income through treasury bonds, and they're probably going to put money into more risk assets, or of course gold. Gold has been doing quite well. But that's what I could be seeing right now. So continuation to the downside, this one to break down, and then of course more money into risk assets. Why I'm thinking of that? Fed rate cutting cycle. Okay, so I'm probably thinking the Fed is going to intervene, stimulate the economy a little bit, cutting interest rates, and then it's going to contribute down to push the prices down. Also, another, I would say, catalyst to see BTC and altcoins to pump is going to be the complete devaluation of the dollar. Right now, we're sitting at a very important level of support, and what I probably could be thinking could be a little bit of a reaction from here, as I showed you before, maybe to do this ABC correction, going down to maybe 85 to 80, which means that the money is going to basically fly from the dollar into risk assets, again, BTC, altcoins, whatever, stock market. And then, of course, we're going to see a parabolic move within the stock markets and crypto. So right now, that's my first point. But of course, if you're going to go basically and break above, let's say, 102, then the whole thing is going to change. Now, also very important, guys, is the USDT dominance. You can see that right now we are forming a potential inverted head and shoulder, but again, we don't know, is this one a true inverted head and shoulder, or is this one just a correction? Because basically what I could be thinking is that if this one is a true inverted head and shoulder, and we're going to go and break this important level of resistance at 6 to 6.4 USD dominance, then of course altcoins are going to suffer a lot. I'm going to have like a significant drop to the downside. That's why I'm saying, guys, I'm monitoring all of this in my VIP group to tell my members what we're going to do in this case. But right now, what I'm going to say there is a very important level of resistance from here, and the most likely scenario is going to be this, and then continuation down for our final wave to the upside. So last thing I want to discuss today, guys, is the S&P 500. Again, I want to show you from here. Basically, is on a rampage, continue to go to the upside, but at the same time, it could be actually be healthy if we're going to see a little bit of a correction down, probably touching around 6,300, even 6,200. In this case, Bitcoin altcoins are going to suffer along with the stock markets. I don't know what gold is going to do, but at the same time, this is going to be very healthy to then basically have our final leg to the upside. And lots of people are asking me as well, what do I think is going to be happening after when Bitcoin is going to go and we're going to finish the bull market? I'm going to show you straight away. So this is going to be my expectation, guys. I don't know how high Bitcoin is going to go. Some people are saying, you know, if you're going to see a currency debasement and bank failures, whatever, we're going to see Bitcoin mimicking gold. I don't know if it's going to happen, but what I could be thinking is going to be the following. It's going to be one final push, make everybody believe we're going to go into super cycle, then we're going to go into a recession. And in a recession, remember that even gold is not going to do much. Okay, people either going to lose the job, they're not going to eat gold bars. They're probably going to go and sell for cash. So what I probably could be thinking is going to be the following. Bitcoin to do probably this, okay, down to maybe, I don't know, 50, 40K, okay. Then I could be seeing S&P 500 to go down to maybe, I don't know, 4,000, okay. Probably is going to go, sorry, before that, is going to go to maybe 7 or 8,000. Then it's going to drop down to here. Okay, 4,000, 4,500, whatever. Gold, again, you could be doing now, okay, before we finish the cycle, you could be doing maybe something like that. So it's going to go maybe up to 4,800, whatever, drop down to here, okay? And the dollar, in my opinion, because in a recession, in a market crash or whatever, dollar, I think, is going to be the king still. The dollar is still the king. Okay, I know that, you know, all this theory about the fiat is scam and all of that, but in a financial crisis, I mean, it's not going to be a scam, I can tell you. People are going to fly into the dollar. So if I show you DXY, what I'm thinking is going to be happening, and guys, I'm not telling you bullshit, like this is the reality. Like you need to be a realist and see what happened during, like, you know, times of crashes. Guys, 2008, in the great financial crisis, the XY went from 71 to 89. Okay, during what is this, 2014? Boom. The last bear market, we went from 90 to 112. Right now, what I could be thinking is going to be something like that with the crisis, back to maybe 110 or even 120. So don't even think that the dollar is going to go down to zero in a recession. I think the opposite is going to happen. And then, of course, after that, you could be pumping up like this, and then, of course, the Fed is going to intervene. We're going to be seeing then a huge drop. But right now, that's all I can see. Okay, guys, I really hope this video was helpful for you to understand, you know, where we are, what's going on. Please let me know if you have any comment, if you agree with what I'm saying. If you think, you know, we are in a bear market, I would be really, you know, grateful to just let me know your opinion. And of course, as always, I'm going to see you in the next video. Take care and see you soon.